You know, sometimes being a K-pop fan feels like riding a roller coaster you didn't exactly sign up for. One moment, you're screaming for your bias to make it through, and the next, you're sitting there, staring at the screen like, wait, what just happened? That's exactly the vibe after the latest episode of Boys to Planet. The elimination ceremony on September 4th cut the number of trainees in half, and honestly, it felt brutal. Fan favorites DKB's Harry, Jun, Siawon, Yichin, gone. Just like that? If you've ever voted for a trainee, refreshing your phone like your life depended on it, you know the pain of seeing them not make the cut. And sure, eliminations always sting. But this time, it feels different, because the real frustration isn't only about who left, it's about who stayed. Right now, the top 8 spots are being held by former trainee A's Sangwon and Leo, Jo Angsan, Hishin Long, Kim Jun-seo, Jung Sang-yen, Kim Jian-woo, and Yu Kangmin. Sounds like a solid lineup, right? Well, not really, because behind those names, there's a storm of scandals that has fans ready to throw in the towel and quit the show entirely. Let's start with Leo. If you know, you know. He's been under fire for his past misogynistic lyrics, and when I say misogynistic, I'm talking lyrics that allegedly included references to rape and assault. That's not just bad boy edgy. That's a massive red flag. And fans are like, wait, this guy is seriously in the running to debut. Then there's Sangwon. His name has been floating around with accusations of incel behavior and just overall unprofessionalism. Photos of him at clubs surfaced, and while idols are allowed to have fun, it's the attitude that rubbed people the wrong way. Fans expected maturity, not behavior that screams recklessness. And it doesn't stop there. Contestant Jian-woo. He's been at the center of bullying allegations. He even apologized, but instead of clearing things up, it left viewers even more uncomfortable, like the apology was half-baked and insincere. So now, instead of celebrating their faves climbing the ranks, a lot of fans are left with this pit in their stomach. Like, is this really the lineup we're heading toward? A misogynist, a bully, and a bunch of questionable characters. The whole point of survival shows is that we root for talent, passion, and the dream. But this season, it feels like it's drowning in scandals. And honestly, fans are reaching their limit. Some are openly saying they're done watching. Others are sticking around but with zero optimism. Imagine investing your time, your emotions, your votes, only to feel like the whole thing is rigged in favor of people you don't even respect. That's the vibe. And here's the kicker, this isn't the first time. Boys to Planet has faced controversy, from the editing to accusations of favoritism, to now letting trainees with serious scandals rise to the top. It's just layer after layer of disappointment. So the big question fans are asking is, will the final lineup even be worth supporting? Or will this be one of those debuts where the fandom is split and the group starts their career under a cloud of controversy? Right now things aren't looking too bright. Sometimes being a fan isn't just about screaming at concerts or buying albums. Sometimes it's about watching the people we admire being pushed to their absolute limits. And that's exactly what happened to Lee Soo Hyuk at his very first fan meeting in China. On paper, it sounded like a dream. August 30th, Hangzhou, the tickets sold out in minutes, no surprise, because Soo Hyuk has that star power, the kind of aura that makes fans fly across countries just to see him. For him, it should have been a moment to celebrate his career, connect with his fans, and leave with beautiful memories. But instead, it turned into a nightmare. Reports came out that the organizers oversold tickets, not by a little, by thousands. And who paid the price? Not the organizers, not the staff, but Lee Soo Hyuk himself, who was forced to sit there and sign autographs for nearly 12 straight hours. 12 hours. Let that sink in. This isn't a to our fans sign where you wave, smile, and maybe stretch your hand a little too much. This is literally half a day, pen in hand. Body slouched, eyes probably begging for rest. Fans who were there said they saw him staggering around the venue, drenched in sweat because, get this, the air conditioning wasn't even working properly. Imagine your idol looking like they're about to collapse, and all you can do is watch. Of course, fans were furious, and rightfully so. We always say idols and actors owe their success to their fans, but that doesn't mean they owe their health. They're humans, not machines. The outrage got so loud that his agency, Serum Entertainment, had to release a statement. And you know how these agency statements usually go. A lot of polished words. Thank you for your love. We deeply regret the circumstances. We'll use this as an opportunity to improve. You could almost hear the PR team typing with their eyes closed. Sure, they expressed gratitude and promised to prepare better in the future. But fans weren't buying it. Because here's the thing. Agencies aren't just there to post Instagram updates and drop pretty photos. Their number one job is to protect their artist. And when your actor is working like it's a punishment, signing papers for 12 hours straight until he's drenched in sweat, you failed? Plain and simple. Netizens didn't hold back either. Comments like, "Oh my god, 12 hours. And was the agency just going to watch him faint?" flooded the forums. One even asked the obvious. Isn't it standard for the agency to check schedules and conditions before agreeing? And honestly, that's the question that stings the most. Because for fans, it's not just about seeing our faves smile and wave. It's about knowing they're safe. It's about knowing that behind the glamorous photos, someone is making sure they eat, sleep, rest, and stay healthy. When that trust is broken, it leaves scars. So, while Lee Soo Hyuk's first fan meeting should have been remembered as a milestone in his career, now it's remembered as the time his agency let him down, and you can't blame fans for being angry because at the end of the day, we don't want precious memories if they come at the cost of our idol's health. You know how sometimes you wait months, even years, for your fave group to make a comeback, and you're just buzzing with excitement? That was the energy around aespa's return with Rich Man. But instead of fireworks, fans are left scratching their heads asking one question: who the heck choreographed this? Let's rewind. aespa has built their brand on being bold, powerful, futuristic. Their earlier performances, like Next Level and Armageddon, had people screaming because of how unique and intense they were. They had that sharpness, that stage presence, that feeling of, yep, these girls are untouchable. But now, with Rich Man, the vibe is flat. Sure, the song is doing fine in Korea, chart-wise, but international fans, they're not buying it, even before the comeback dropped. The styling already drew backlashy teaser images criticized as too revealing or just off-brand. Then the music shows and TikTok clips started rolling out, and instead of celebrating, fans are dragging the choreography left and right, and honestly, they're not wrong. People are comparing this routine to their last one, Dirty Work, which was already labeled lackluster, and now Rich Man feels like another downgrade. Like, how do you go from the high of Armageddon to this? Fans on Twitter are literally asking if this is a joke. Tweets are brutal. They used to be so FCKING cool, asterisk. Who the FCK choreographed this, asterisk. I hope this is a joke, because Chur's quote deserved better than this mess of a dance. It's not just the choreography as a whole. Individual members are being dragged too. Giselle, especially, is under fire. Some fans are saying she hasn't improved her dancing, calling her uncoordinated and pointing out how she looks out of sync on stage. The tweets are savage, with one fan writing, "Giselle never beating the uncoordinated member allegations. I'm crying, and this is where it hurts. Because as fans, we know aespa has potential. We've seen them slay stages before. We know the charisma is there. But comeback after comeback, SM Entertainment keeps handing them weak choreographies and questionable styling choices, like they're sabotaging their own group. It's frustrating. It's like watching a team with star players being forced to play the wrong strategy. Fans aren't just criticizing because they want aespa to fail. They're criticizing because they want aespa to win. They want the girls to shine, to deliver performances that remind people why they were so hyped in the first place. Instead, Rich Man is becoming a meme on Twitter, not a moment. And that's a problem, because in K-pop, A comeback isn't just a song. It's branding. It's legacy. It's that one chance to remind everyone that you're still on top of your game. And if SM keeps fumbling with choreos and concepts, fans are worried aespa's potential might just be wasted.